Thank you. I'm laughing a little bit because I didn't think about my photo was showing up. So when I sent the abstract, so it's a really old one. But that's me. So yeah, I'm Juliana Assis. It's here? True. I'm getting user how to use this one here. So I'm a bioinformatician, data scientist. I'm working in the DTU, which is the Technical University of Denmark. And this department, that is the Novo Nordisk Foundation Center for Biosustainability. So now we're not in the pharmaceutical company anymore, we are more in the biotech. This photo is actually a real photo of our center. So we have a DNA of over 10 meters. It's really beautiful. So if you go one day to Denmark, you're most welcome to visit us. Just to introduce a little bit what we do in our center. So what we do and what is our approach, we research for a sustainable future. Basically, we develop methods or technologies for large-scale production of natural products, sustainable foods, and sustainable biochemicals. So we are under 300 members nowadays, 21 groups working there. And what I'm showing here in this slide is basically I work in the informatics platform. So we are the center, so we are the facilitators of our center. And we help the research areas in the biofoundry. Biofoundry is a cutting-edge facility that we have there that accelerate and develop sustainable biotechnologies. It integrates automation, and we make in large scale everything that we do. It's moving. So a lot of people talk here for this, what we have for the data lifecycle. And we as an informatics platform, we make sure to work with this research data at a means to an end. So we believe this in the holistic way that we have the idea, the data, we store the data, we analyze the publication. Not only publication in our center, because that's not the main goal, but we need to reuse this data and continue. So as an informatics platform, what we do is make sure that we collect all the metadata and we make everything easier as possible for the PIs and all the groups they work. So talk a bit about our goals here. Our goals as an informatics platform is to support the storage, management, analyze, and share the data and storage, all the data generated in the center. So we standardize, automate, and speed up the data process and analysis, and we follow the FAIR principles. So we enhance the findability, accessibility, interoperability, and reusability. We are split in 3 parts in our informatics platform. We all work together, but we are in the research data management, which they are responsible to collect metadata, raw data, process data. We have the research software engineer. They're the one responsible to develop all the softwares in our infrastructure. And I'm located in the data science, where we do this bridge between science and infrastructure. And we also promote education and support. So we are in Denmark, so of course, I have to put a Lego thing. I asked the communication if I would have a copyright problems, but they told me no, it's okay to say that, so you're good. So the way that I'm present our Omics infrastructure, it's talk about building Legos. That's what we're doing. And the name of our piece here is we have the data lake, the links extensions, data provenance, data lake, analytical pipeline, and pipeline interface. I'm explaining a little bit here. Don't worry that I'm not going to read everything. It's just so you can see. It's very important because everything's in my mind, but for the first time that you see it can be a lot of things. But basically, the data lake that we have, it provides an overview of the research project and all the associated metadata related to this project. This is a user interface that we use at Seqera as an open source data management system. And we have the links extensions. That is a commercial from Benchling that it links the project's experiment data for the instrumental data that we collect. And here, the data provenance, yesterday we had a talk you asked how you manage this orchestration of the data when the user changes something in the benchling. So our data provenance is the one who makes the orchestration when something's changed in the benchling. That's how we do. This is our software engineer team that perform, so everything is in Python. And we have our data lake. That's Azure Microsoft. As again, is a commercial. I think everyone knows. We have the analytical pipeline, which is the reason why I'm here, because it's everything on Nextflow. And to make the user's life easier, we have the Seqera platform. So that's our overview that I'm going to pass block by block, Lego by Lego here. So just to summarize, we have a 3 users interface, everything to make the user's life easier. So we have the data catalog, we have the links extension, and the Seqera platform. And then we have only one centralized storage that is everything in Azure. Everything for us is in a cloud. We don't have HPC. And our pipelines are all in Nextflow, some NF4. I'm zooming a little bit here so everyone can see my slide. I'm trying to find where I can look. Good. So let's go step by step with me. Let's say you are the user and you have a project. So you go to our data catalog and you're going to get information, all the metadata in your project, and you can give a permission for the users, you describe who is working in your project and everything. We have a template and ontologous metadata, so it's easier for the user. They don't need to type, they go there and do all the association, which also make our life easier in the future. So we have one slide here for the data catalog. And the other side, with the links extensions, is everything that came for our instruments facility. So if you have a Nanopore or if, I don't know, grid ion machine that you have, it goes to our links extension. So all the metadata associated with the lab instruments go to the benchling. And then we connect this with our data orchestration. Then we go to the data provenance, is where we collect the metadata from the project, the metadata for the instrument, and we pass this information. And something really cool that we do here as well, if you look in the bottom, we have the grid ion machine. This is a mini ion, sorry, it didn't fit in my slide. It's connected directly to our Azure data lake. And again, we have the data provenance to perform the orchestration, metadata for project, metadata for experiment, and all the data. So everything made is in the back end. Now we make the user's life easier, so they can run the pipeline Nextflow using Seqera. Just to conclude, this is how we receive the data in our center, how the data is generated. It's beautiful, but we need to put order. We need to sort by color and everything. And again, I make a beautiful Lego. This is what we expect to be there. And I hope after this presentation, the Danes can give me the green card too. I'm proud of Lego to this when I stay there. So just to summarize now, I have this slide here in 5 steps, and then you go through with me to build those blocks. We have a user interface. Remember, our data catalog. So users select the option on Seqera to create the workspace on the data catalog. And then we have the Azure, the required Azure resource they are created. Now we have the Seqera API. This is the user they cannot see, but we set up all the environment to them, and then they go to the user interface for the Seqera environment with everything is ready there. And then we have the function that runs the data. This is 5 steps that you're going to go with me to build our blocks. So this is our happy user, again, a Lego man. So it has the project 1. Let's say this is the Nanopore. This is our real data catalog. How it looks like, how is the metadata. Everything is linked to our Azure platform, and they can just click a button and see and do the analysis. So our user has this project here for the RNA-seq data. And what is going to happen now? He wants to run Nextflow pipeline. So he goes to the data catalog. He selects the data set that you want to use. He's going to click a button, it's gonna open the Seqera platform, so he can run any pipeline on Seqera platform. At this moment that he pressed this button to run, he doesn't see that. This is our backend analysis. What happened at this moment? We have a function to create an Azure resource with them, and then we copy the data from the data lake to a Scratch data lake. Why do we do this? Is to follow the data governance. It's a limitation on the way that Seqera and Azure works. So we need to copy all this data to ensure that only people who has permission in the project, they can see what is going on. And the same function also creates a Seqera workspace, and it keeps all the credentials, all the users, all the pipelines, the computer environment, everything set up there. So when the data is complete, we transfer the results back to the Scratch data lake to the data lake. For who joined the training, this is one part that we talk about it on Tuesday and Wednesday. That is very important in Nextflow, that we make the results folder, because that's the folder that we copy back. We are not transferring the data back because the data is already on the data lake. And we clean the environment. So to save money and, of course, space. We clean Seqera and we clean the Azure. Again, I put back here, and this is our complete overview. So remember, the user goes to the data catalog, it can see the data, it click a button Seqera to run the pipeline. Our function creates the workspace, like the storage, data lake, connect, make the Seqera running. Run is complete, we transfer the results to the Scratch data lake to the data lake, and we have our data lifecycle complete. And we clean. Good that I put, because I almost forgot it. So basically what I have here, I did record is a small video just to show the Seqera platform, how it works in here. It was before the upgrade, which is a shame, but I was so scared to make a live demonstration, something doesn't work. But it's not much you can see because most of our work is in the back end, but that's the user's view, how the user sees. So our happy Lego man is present here. So he goes there, select the data, and then when he presses the button is where the magic happened here. This is a Seqera interface, so this is our organization settings. What I'm showing here is when the user clicks, we're gonna make a workspace. So I'm just showing here there is no workspace there, but we're gonna use the user's identification, this Seqera 224 that now has been created. And now when it's created, we keep the credentials for this user, as we can see. So all the personal information is there. We have the computer environment. We have more than one available, so they can choose. We have the participants, where you can assign different roles to the participants, and the launchpad, where the Nextflow comes in, with all the pipelines that you can add there. It needs to be Nextflow. And you can run your data analysis. When the data is ready, it transfers back the results, not the data. We have some challenges here that I'm adding this slide, so we need some help. And we are very, very open for collaboration and more suggestions. So we have a challenge for the data governance, which means that I mentioned before. We are copying our data for the data lake to a Scratch data lake to perform the analysis. We need to make this in a smarter way to do. So we are considering a few options that we are working on, how to make this faster. And we also have one limitation with the interoperability of the data. Why? Because it's so hard to collect metadata, and we try to make the user's life easier, so everyone that works with Bentley know how hard it is to collect things from there. So we are improving our ontology to adding our data catalog as well. I put here that our future is bright because we are rebranding. Our name is going to be bright, so you're not going to see Biosustain anymore. DTU has a huge ambition to make this the university with highest biotechnology, and we got a really good grant for Novo Nordisk to perform, Novo Nordisk Foundation to perform that. And again, we are really open for collaborations. I would like to thank you, of course, for Novo Nordisk funding. our center belongs to Novo Nordisk Foundation, but we are still part of a university. So I'd like to thank you. This is my team, the informatics platform, our brain. It's Alberto, who is the leader, and we are split in this data management, data science, and research software engineer. I'm located there, the second one, so Albert is my leader. So don't make too complex questions, I'm just a data scientist located in there. And this is my email, our GitHub. We have we develop a lot of things in Nextflow, so you're all welcome to see our GitHub, our work and what we do. And thank you for your attention, and thank you for my helpers to teach me how to say interoperability. I managed, thank you.
Awesome. Thank you for that talk, Juliana. It just goes to show how many things that you need to piece together to go from, from data to getting something out of a pipeline and the various systems and integrations. I've got a question from Lei in Slack. What was the process of creating this interconnected system like? Was it piece by piece or on all at once migration?
It's a hard question. You mean like in the data provenance connection? Or
so I mean the diagram that you had for the slide with all those different systems.
It's the crazy brain, Alberto. He's the one who can see how to connect all the small pieces. We believe in him and give us some suggestions, but he's the one who designed. I mean, I have to say that all of us, we worked from companies before, so we are the opposite that we moved to companies back to academia. So we all came from some background as well, how we do and how we could put these pieces together. I also worked a lot in co-facilities before. So our pieces, like it's a lot of work and a lot of brain working together that we try to connect the piece. So that's how we do.
Yeah, so I know Adam from our team has been working with Albert and various others to help put the pieces together, especially on the Azure side. And
I'm so sorry. I think I feel nervous because I have the acknowledgement for him because Adam from Seqera, he helped a lot our brain. Like he makes this connection with Seqera and our data lake. So a lot of things I probably forgot to say. But yeah, Seqera helped a lot and gave us some good ideas to us as well. So we are very thankful for this.
So what was going back to that whole system integration that you've done, what was the most difficult portion of that?
I think the most difficult, I mean, it's functional right now, but I have to say for the data management team to talk with everyone in the center, we are 300 people, and to convince them to go there to the data catalog and add the information. So I don't see this as the computational so much problem. I see there's more as somebody that works in a co-facility, so people arrive there with the data and give to you. So our work has been for 7 years, I'm not there for 7 years, but Albert is, to try to say to people we can do the experimental design and everything. And it's working, it's amazing. So we do the experimental design, we take care of the data. We don't blame them to arrive with the data to us, we give the solution. So I think the most challenge is this, we have to work together with all the PIs and don't make their life harder, but make easier and accessible. So we have a lot of training. And this is the hardest for me to do. But it's doing good, and we got this 8 years more to keep doing the work with this.
Well, the future's bright.
The future is bright, exactly.
Let's end on that note. Thank you very much.
Thank you.